little wacky. We normally start at 6:30 pregame, except they want me to announce, because since Scott Kennan is one of the recipients of the Hall of Fame, I've got to go down and announce the Hall of Fame inductees. So I'm just going to let the crowd mic pick that up, and when that's done, I'll come run it up here and we'll pick up with the pregame. So, no, the camera stuff's running already. I mean, that's already up. I get it. I understand. Okay, so what's that? Yeah. So I would say, here's what you do. When you hear me start talking on the PA, click at the go to scene. And I already have the crowd mic up.
Sometimes like with the clock, you could be like 10 or 15 seconds off. You know, let it run down.
Right.
You know, even if it is clocking, that happens.
Okay. Queue up coaches stuff. I have one tea for myself. I brought one more. Unsweetened iced tea. You got that? You're good? All right, then I'll probably, because when this is done, I'm driving out to Geneva to go play trains tonight. I'm staying at a hotel in Madison, so we can play trains all day tomorrow.
Sounds good. Wrong with that?
You know, I saw last night Mr. Grimm.
Grimm?
Mr. Grimm?
Noel Grimm?
Yeah. He was inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame. Yeah, there should be.
We definitely have more kids, it seems.
I guess we're somewhat banged up. We have one senior.
A lot of injuries.
I know.
Ain't good.
I know. Patrick's out with concussion still.
Ooh.
There's there's Achilles torn. I know Liam got into like a car accident.
Shit, they don't give the weights to these kids.
Sunday, you know the Devils have a doubleheader this weekend. They're playing Sunday downtown.
Yeah.
They're playing against the Jets.
Right. Yeah. And Joe Flacco starting. I can't believe that guy's still around. What's with Matt Ryan? Did he retire?
Matt Ryan went to the Colts.
Oh, that's right.
Carson Wentz went to the Commanders.
That's right.
It was either him or Taylor Heineke. It was either him or Taylor Heineke. I think we should have Dobson. I think personally we should have Dobson as a starter right now. No one's gonna pay a salary. That's what it was.
something about percent. I don't know. I can tell you.
Chargers, Chiefs.
Oh, there was a 99-yard pick return.
Yeah, there was a 99-yard
Yeah.
pick six.
Yeah.
Which
On who? Who got it?
something Washington rookie for the Chiefs,
Wow.
which really hurt the game. I think if that interception didn't get thrown, Chargers were gonna win that game.
Enrico Pregame.
probably saying about 79. Man, I'm glad we don't have to go against him. 79, he's got a bum knee or something.
Yeah, MCL, ACL, and part of his PCL.
Oh, done for the year, right? Of course.
Knee surgery, he said he'll be out for 8 months. And he's also a part of the bowling team with me. So I lose a bowler on that.
That sucks. He's a senior?
Yeah. And that was all on one play, too.
Really? Did it happen on this field here?
I think so. Did that happen on one? Right here? Opening? Jeez.
Good evening. Welcome to Homecoming 2022. Before we get started with all the festivities for Homecoming, last night the Wickliffe Schools Alumni Association inducted our newest members into the Athletic Hall of Fame. Tonight we want to take a moment to recognize the members of the Athletic Hall of Fame as brought to you by your Alumni Association. We're fortunate to have with us in attendance tonight Lowell Griff, who was inducted as a coach. Also, Pete Humphrey, who was inducted as a coach. From the class of 1971, Dennis Keel. From the class of 1985, Ray Caroscia. From the class of 1988, and whose voice you'll be hearing probably momentarily, you could also call him Mr. Wickliffe, Scott Tennant. Last but not least is from the class of 1996, Bob Murphy. How about one more round of applause for all our inductees into the Athletic Hall of Fame as brought to you by the Wickliffe Schools Alumni Association. Thank you. From high atop the ridge here in Wickliffe, Ohio. It's a beautiful Friday night. It's where Football Night in America starts once again. As the Worldwide Blue Devil Network going solo tonight, yours truly, Frank Foti from the class of 1974, as your Wickliffe Blue Devils, or the Wickliffe Blue Devils, are playing host tonight to the Hurricanes of Brooklyn High School from Cleveland, Ohio. It's Homecoming 2022. Maybe you're able to catch some of the bit of an introduction that we had here a few moments ago, because not only is it Homecoming 2022, but also we were recognizing the newest members of the Athletic Hall of Fame as brought by the Wickliffe Schools Alumni Association. We're glad to have you with us here on the Blue Devil Network. We're probably about 28, 25 minutes away from kickoff. About 76 degrees, beautiful night for football. as the Hurricanes are coming in here with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses, and your Blue Devils are on a ledger of 1 win and 3 losses, and they're going to see if they can try to reverse their fortunes here tonight. Had a chance to speak with both coaches a little while ago, Coach Tim McFarland of the Brooklyn Hurricanes, and he had some interesting insights about some of the things that we have a chance to see from his team, and then was able to catch up with head coach Marsh Purcello of the Wickliffe Blue Devils, and he had also some interesting insights as the Devils in recent weeks. It's there have been some challenges, and I know they've been working on numerous things, and we'll see if they can rectify some of that here tonight. Momentarily, I think we're going to probably cut over back to the field microphone where we can hear the introduction, because it's homecoming, and we have a court and a grand marshal and all the wonderful festivities that happens with homecoming and the pageantry associated with that. When the Blue Devils take the field tonight, they'll be in their all blue jerseys, and jerseys pants. We have to tune up the jaw here a little bit as we get ourselves rolling. And the Hurricanes, who are out on the field warming up, they'll be in their all-white jerseys, pants, and they also carry like a yellowish gold helmet, much like that the Blue Devils have. So, a lot going on here at Wickliffe. The continued progress on the new school building. If you've not had a chance to make it through Wickliffe, you should, because the new school building, or actually school campus, it'll be a K through 12 campus, is coming along quite nicely. And this time next year, the students will be in class in that building, and then the process will get started to basically take apart the high school that most of us have known and loved for many decades. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, last night we inducted them at a wonderful reception that we had over at Pine Ridge, and was able to speak with just about all of the inductees, and it's a wonderful evening. 1 year we do Hall of Fame for athletics, and then the next year we do achievement. Next year we'll be inducting 5 or 6 people of achievement that had gone through the Wickliffe school system. But last night there was a wonderful vibe there. A lot of former players who were there to support the inductees and coaches. Very interesting and passionate acceptance speech that was brought forward by Pete Humphrey's son. Coach Humphrey unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but a much beloved coach who coached football, basketball, softball. He was the head coach of the back-to-back girls softball state champions back in I think that was in the 90s. And just a wonderful comments that we all were able to hear about Coach Humphrey. And then Coach Grimm, who very long, storied coaching career, starting down at what we used to refer to as the Wickliffe Junior High, then became the middle school. And Coach Grimm was involved in coaching football, and a very successful basketball coach, coached softball. I think he helped out with baseball, very wide range and very extremely successful. And the stories that were shared from many of his players as to how much he influenced them, and it stayed with them not only for the rest of their lives, but prepared them to come on up to high school and partake in those same sports at the varsity level. Coach Grimm was also a very successful teacher at the junior high / middle school, taught industrial arts, and actually to this day, the little engineering arrows that need to be made, I still try to make those arrows in the same way that coach / teacher Lowell Grimm taught us many, many moons ago. We've got about 20-some minutes before kickoff, and since we're probably going to have some festivities going on here with respect to homecoming, I think now might be the best time for us to get some thoughts and comments in from coaches. As I did, like I mentioned, I had a chance to speak with Coach Tim McFarland of Brooklyn, and he had some insights, and then we'll come back and we'll see what Coach Marsh Purcello had to say with regard to tonight's game. It's another Friday night here at Wickliffe Memorial Field as the Wickliffe Blue Devils are hosting the Hurricanes from Brooklyn, and I have the opportunity to be standing here with Coach Tim McFarland. First of all, Coach, welcome to Wickliffe High School.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
It should be a great night for football. Give us a little overview about the Hurricanes.
Well, we are at 2-2. We had a really tough game last week with Lutheran West.
Oh, okay.
But it ended up where we put 22 points on the board. We had 2 touchdowns called back with holding calls.
Oh, those sting, don't they?
Yeah, they do. So, all in all, I think the guys played well. We kept our poise. It was a very rough game. I think someone told me they had 10 personal fouls.
Wow.
So the guys, we came through without major injury.
And that's from a religious school, right?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by that. I mentioned that to them after the game. So, but yeah, we're spread. We like to move the ball around. We try and be aggressive with the football and try and make it fun for the kids.
Tell me a little bit about who are the guys that thus far have been standing out for the Hurricanes offensively and defensively.
Our quarterback number 1, Jaden Basinger, is kind of a dual threat quarterback, and he has proved that kind of week after week. He's not afraid to run with the ball. He also has a very good arm. Omarion Smith, our running back, and Ray Cogburn, who kind of split the duties at running back because they both play defense, are both hard runners and very elusive when they get in the open field. We've been blessed to have almost our entire receiving corps back. They're all seniors this year. So number 4, Oscar Smith, the Star brothers, Aiden and Anthony Nelson are all really strong receivers and very good stock blockers too. So we've been blessed with their coming back for another year.
All great stuff. I can sense your enthusiasm about your team, and that speaks a lot about like the foundation and the core of the team that you've got put together here.
Well, yeah, and we're trying to change the culture, no doubt about it. Brooklyn, I think over the years has been kind of a down and out team. Matter of fact, I came in because the head coach walked out last year the day before two-a-days started.
Oh,
and I just felt that was unfair to the kids. So I stepped in and kind of took over, and I am kind of excited. I see a lot of opportunity there, but we got to work with kids on grades. We got to work with kids on responsibility, and we got to work with kids on commitment.
It's more than just what goes on the field.
Oh,
there's the rest of life, be it school and social and the rest of all that.
What I tell our guys is this is preparation for the rest of your life.
That's right.
Someday you're gonna have a job. You're gonna have to show up on time. You're gonna have to work hard. You're gonna have to give it your all. Someday you might be married and have kids. You might have troubles with your family. You got to work through that. You got to be able to respond in the right way to people and your family and your loved ones. And I want them to grow as people, not only as football players. So.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Good luck, and sometime maybe I'm sure we'll have a chance to chat once again.
I sure hope so. The new field's beautiful.
Thank you. And there you have it, Coach Tim McFarland from Brooklyn, giving us some insight with regard to what we may expect from the Hurricanes tonight, as we're about 18 minutes or so away from tonight's opening action. And speaking of which, I also had a chance to talk with Coach Marsh Purcello of the Wickliffe Blue Devils, and here's some of the thoughts that Coach Purcello had for tonight. Standing here on the sidelines with Coach Marsh Purcello as the Blue Devils get ready to face the Hurricanes from Brooklyn High School. Coach, last week a bit of a challenge. It seemed like the Devils were there, but maybe they weren't there.
It was. I think we got inside the 10 3 times. We scored once out of the 3. Just mistakes here and there. I think we had two bad snaps twice when we got in there through a pick and a fumble. So, if you look at the stats, they were pretty even actually, but we made more mistakes. So,
Seems that the team, though, even though the last few weeks haven't been what we would like, seems that they are growing.
yeah, we're getting better. We've had injuries, and so we've got guys just filling in certain spots. Like,
Sure.
Our right tackle is a sophomore who started off as a center. He's our fourth guy. So so it's
Wow.
like we're kind of. But you know what though, these guys they're learning on the fly. They're doing a good job picking this stuff up, and it's not an easy offense to execute, and but every day they come to work, and so we'll see what happens.
You talk about injuries. How is the health of the team?
Well, we're down to one senior left playing, so we've lost 3 seniors so far, and then we've got a couple underclassmen hurt. So we're thin, but thankfully, our skill guys are all good for now, and so hopefully we can stay healthy.
Based on what we've talked about here for the last minute or so, will we see any wrinkles tonight, or is it pretty much just try to execute what you've been trying to get in their heads since the beginning of training camp?
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple trick plays up our sleeve, but we're getting actually more basic. So I learned this a long time ago from actually Coach Knackley taught me this. The more your team's struggling, get more basic, because we have to execute our basic plays, and so we threw the ball 11 times last week. We were 2 for 11. So it's just you got to execute your offense, and if you can't do that, then as far as wrinkles go, those are tough to execute. So
For the team, tonight's homecoming, is there like an added feel or a vibe for them? I mean, back in our day, it seemed like it was it's like it's homecoming. How is it today?
Yeah, I would say so. They're fired up. I talked to them. I told them I was at the Hall of Fame dinner last night, and there's coaches that I had, players that I played with, and everybody's asking how we're doing, and a lot of those guys are going to be here tonight. So they're excited. Homecoming is always a special night. So
Great, Coach. Want to wish you the best. It's homecoming, and best of luck.
thank you.
There you had it, Coach Marsh Purcello with some thoughts about tonight's game. And I'm going to step aside at this point, and we'll pick up some of the comments that's coming in from the PA system about the homecoming court as homecoming 2022 here from Wickliffe Memorial Field.
Captain and 2-year letter winner on the cross-country team, all while maintaining scholar athlete recognition status. In addition to his athletic resume, Brady serves as president of the National Honor Society, vice president of the Acapella Choir, a Wickliffe Buckeye Boys State delegate, a reoccurring cast member on Rockefeller Road Review, and a member of the student council. After graduation, Brady plans on attending
And there you have the announcement and presentation of the homecoming court for 2022. I think here in a moment we'll step aside for the honoring of the colors and the Wickliffe High School alma mater. We'll get you some starting lineups, and then now that all the festivities are pretty much out of the way, then it'll be time for the true football night in America, as it'll get kicked off here between the Blue Devils and the Hurricanes of Brooklyn High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and join us as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, after which we ask that you please remain standing for the Wickliffe High School alma mater.
And there you have the Wickliffe High School alma mater. Even after all these years, I never get tired of hearing it. You know, having to look over tonight. If you're wondering, my brother from another mother, Mr. Mark Tennant, is away on some personal matters tonight. He'll be back with us when we pick up our next webcast. So kind of going it solo, and we've kind of brought in probably somebody who deserves to be in the Little League Hall of Fame, Danny Rowan, who I had a chance to play ball with many moons ago. He'll be on camera, and we've got Tony Throckmorton here on scoreboard. Maybe we'll hear from him a little bit later. We'll see if that's a possibility. But since we're getting close to kickoff, we'll go over some starting lineups here, as we have starting offense for the Hurricanes and starting defense for your Blue Devils. The Hurricanes will be led by, at quarterback, number 1, Jaden Bassinger. As we understand, he's very athletic and has been very successful in throwing the ball and running the ball. Also, In the backfield will be number 2, Omarion Smith. Joining him in the backfield will be number 4, Oscar Davis, as well as Aiden Starr. A couple of what their coach McFarland called the Starr brothers. His brother Anthony will be wearing number 6 and is also very talented on the offensive side there. Aiden Nelson, number 7, as now checking out on the offensive line will be C.J. Watkins, number 51, John Tresca, number 55, Nick Sapinski, number 66, Nate Hernandez, number 68, and rounding things out there for the Hurricanes will be number 71, Ryan Papera. On defense for your Blue Devils, number 1 in the defensive backfield will be Nunzio Zivnovska. Ralph Jackson will be getting a start in the defensive backfield. He wears number 4. Vincent Gargiulo, Vinny Gargiulo, we've called his name quite a bit this season, wearing number 6. Logan Russian, number 8, will be in there at linebacker. E.J. Mester, number 9, as well as Chase Benadio, who wears number 10. Linebackers and defensive line will be Bobby Plum, number 33. Ryan Quinn, number 52 on the defensive line. Noah Dome, number 56. Chris Sather, number 65. Blake Promozic, number 72. And last but not least, number 75, Mitchell Lindsay. Excuse me. So those are your starting lineups there for your Blue Devils and Hurricanes. We're literally just a moment or so away from kickoff as they finish the PA announcing with regard to starting lineups tonight for both teams, and then we'll be underway. Beautiful night for football up here at Wickliffe High School as checking Doppler Devil Weather Center as we've got 74 lovely degrees, a little bit of clouds, no rain in the forecast, no wind, so insofar as it's a rather warm evening here, but a perfect night for football here from Wickliffe. Devils will be on the road next week, and we'll be back here, I believe, in 2 or 3 weeks. I'll have to double check the schedule here with respect to the rest of the season, as the Devils tonight are hitting the midway point, and they're coming into tonight's game with a record of 1 victory and 3 losses. We'll see if they can try to reverse that tonight. So yes, next week the Devils be a tough one next week. They're away on the west side. They'll be in Rocky River as they'll be facing Lutheran West, who's become quite a powerhouse as of recent. And then 2 weeks from tonight, they'll be away as well. They'll be in Mattaway, taking on Crestwood, and then we'll be back here on Friday the 7th of October as it'll be that Blue Devil versus Blue Devil game, as Independence will be here. Then the Devils will be away at Trinity, and then they'll wrap up the season here at home on the 21st of October as they'll be here to face Cuyahoga Heights, another tough ball game. So the Devils are now on their sideline. They've gone through the celebratory smashing of the banner that, with the idea to try to knock out the Hurricanes of Independence. Teams will be taking the field. And does look like the Hurricanes are going to, they've got their place kicker out there, and that's going to be number 6, Anthony Starr. The Devils are setting up deep. Back in the middle of the field is number 33, Bobby Plum. And he's flanked by Vinny Gargiulo and number 9, E.J. Mester. So tonight's game will all goes well. The Devils will be moving from left to right on your screens. We're about ready to get rolling. Glad to have you with us here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. Always a pleasure, as it's the Hurricanes of Brooklyn and your Blue Devils. We've got kick is underway. A little squibber comes down there. Is going to get picked up, bobbled by Mester, and he's going to. I'm sorry, it was picked up there by number 8, Logan Russian, who he picked that up and took off and got out over the 40-yard line as Anthony Starr brought him down, and the Devils will have it 1st and 10, starting out with nice field position. It looks like the ball's going to be spotted on their own 42-yard line. Devils operating in that what's become well known, if you're a follower of Blue Devil football, that wing T offense, as your quarterback E.J. Mester is in a shotgun formation. He gives it a handoff there to Vinny Gargiulo, who goes right up the middle. Nice gain there, up to about goes somewhere close to about the 49-yard line. Well, and there to bring him down was Aiden Nelson, number 7. Again, the handoff to Gargiulo gets across the 50s, close to the first down, and it looks like he does have first down yardage. Gets into Brooklyn territory. Ball's going to be marked right at the Brooklyn 48-yard line. So first couple of snaps, the Devils working on the right side of that line, trying to stay a bit traditional, as Coach Purcello said in the pregame show. Devils send one wide to the left, one wide right. They're in that wing T backfield set. And this time they send Gargiulo on the left side. He's going to get ahead for maybe 1.5 yards as he goes over left guard. And there to bring him down was number 68, Nate Hernandez. He came up from his linebacker position. So it'll be 2nd and 8, just underway here at Wickliffe High School. Glad to have you with us. The Hurricanes and the Blue Devils here on Homecoming 2022. On a delay back across the middle, it looks like trying to get over right guard. And there was Bobby Plum. Nice gain there, gets in inside the 45. Devils trying to go quick here as Starr was there to bring him down. It'll be 3rd and about 4. They got to get to the 38. And we've got some movement. Looks like offside's going to be against the Hurricanes. A little bit of a change in cadence there. And Mester was able to get him to jump, and that alone by penalty should get the Devils a first down, and it does. It'll be 1st and 10 Wickliffe, as they're going to be set up at the 37-yard line of the Hurricanes. They send, again, one wide left, one wide right. Zanofska here's wide on the right. Snap is back. Mester picks it up. Whoa, hit hard. He's going to be down. The ball came out, but I believe he was down as there was a fumble on the direct snap. And it looked to me like number 5, Aiden Starr, was in there, and he flattened EJ. Looks like he's okay. He comes over to talk to Coach Purcello, and there's going to be a loss on that play of about loss of 5 as the ball's moved back to the 42. They've got to get all the way down to the 27 for a first down. As a delay trying to get wide is Zivnoska. He's inside the 40. He gets back, probably the yardage lost. As in there to bring him down, it looked like number 2, Amarian Smith. But Zivnoska was able to get wide and evade a couple of tacklers in the backfield and got back the yardage that was lost there on first down. So this will set up 3rd and 10 for Wickliffe. Ball now sitting firmly on the 37-yard line of the Hurricanes. Zivnoska goes wide to the right side. A delay. Back up the middle is Gargiulo. He's going to get ahead for some, probably gain of about 5 as he goes over right guard. A host of Hurricanes there to bring him down. It looked like that was led by 68, which is Nate Hernandez again, and they're from his middle linebacker spot. So the Devils will they'll be going for it here. Ball's on the 33. They've got to get to the 27 for a first down. It'll be 4th and 6. About 4 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. No score. First possession by Wickliffe as they break the huddle. They've got Vinny Gargiulo in the pistol right behind Mester. As Mester's looking to throw, he sets, he fires, he completes it. Looks like he's got the first down and more. A nice throw there as he got to Chase Benadio in the flat. And they ran him out of bounds. Looked like they're going to mark it at the 22-yard line. But it's good enough for a first down as it looks like we've got a timeout taken. I don't know if it's an official timeout. I'm sorry. We have it is an official timeout. We've got somebody down for Brooklyn, way on the outside. After making the tackle there, hopefully they're a-okay. But once we get back at it, it'll be 1st and 10 Wickliffe. The ball sitting at the 22-yard line of the Hurricanes from Brooklyn High School. Brooklyn High located in Cleveland, Ohio. Now as Coach Tim McFarland is making his way over to check on his wounded warrior there, who's just outside the sidelines there on the Wickliffe side of the field. Beautiful night for football as the Devils will try to reverse their fortunes here tonight. You've got Brooklyn coming into Wickliffe with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses, and the Devils last week was a bit of a challenge. They went out to Fairport Harbor. Didn't go so well. Final score, Fairport Harbor 20, Wickliffe 7, but the Blue Devils twice were inside the 10-yard line and came up empty. And it looks like up on his feet, making his way back to the sideline is Aiden Starr. He gets a nice round of applause. Happy to see that he's making his way back over to their sideline, and that appears that everything is A-okay for him. So he'll have to be out for at least one play, and if all is well, he'll probably be back on there for the Hurricanes. At halftime, we'll step aside, allow you to enjoy the performance of the Wickliffe Swing Band. And now the Devils were at the line of scrimmage. Now they're back in the huddle. They've wound the huddle clock. And we'll see what they're going to dial up here. As they've got Vinny Gargiulo to the right of Mester. And handoff to Gargiulo. He's got nice yardage. He's inside the 15. He's shooting for the end zone. He's inside the 10. Going to get brought down about the 7-8 yard line. Nice blocking there as he was able to get out there just on the outs between left tackle and left guard. And it'll set the Devils up with a 1st and goal. Ball at the 7-yard line of Brooklyn. This is the first possession for the Blue Devils. Coming up on nice possession, taking a ball thus far almost 5 minutes off the clock here in the first quarter. The pistol formation, Gargiulo right behind Mester. And Gargiulo, we've got a flag coming in. Gargiulo goes over left guard, gets down to about the 5, but we'll have to wait and see what the call is. That's usually in the area of holding. Yep. And once again, this is one of those crazy things where the Devils, they're able to get inside that red zone, and then they, shoot themselves in the foot. But it'll be first and goal. Ball is marked back at the 18-yard line. Long count there. And a delay as Bobby Plum inside the 10, as he was able to get down to about the 10-yard line, and over to bring him down there was number 15, Roland Sweet, from the defensive backfield of Brooklyn. So a nice gain there on that play. Nice little trap working their way off the right tackle. So it'll set things up as a 2nd and goal for Wickliffe. Clock we're about halfway, just about halfway through the first quarter. Devils methodically working their way down the field. No score. If you're just tuning in, glad to have you with us here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. Showing blitz as Mester was going to keep it himself, and there to bring him down probably at the line of scrimmage was Anthony Starr. Be no gain on that play as we had a little bit of some blitz activity there from the Hurricanes. So this will set the Devils up 3rd and goal, ball just outside the 10-yard line. Brooklyn yet to have possession here. Sound like somebody moving a table or something there, huh? So in a pistol formation, a delayed back. It's plumb up the middle. He's inside the 5. He's still on his pushing those feet. As on a cutback, he was able to get 5 yards down to about the 5, and there to bring him down, I believe, was Smith. So the Devils are they setting up for a Yep. Devils are setting up to try a 21-yard field goal by young lady Eliza Wills. Bobby, the snap is back. The kick is up. It's plenty of leg down the middle, and it's good. Congratulations as Eliza Wills converts her first field goal, and with that, the Blue Devils are on the board with 4:34 to go in the first quarter. It's Wickliffe 3, and the Hurricanes yet to take possession. Nice drive there by the Devils. They didn't help themselves there as they got down to the 8. Holding pushed them back. I tell you, I'm going to step aside and you can enjoy your fight song. I have to say that Eliza Wills, who came on as place kicker for the Blue Devils, she plays soccer for the Wickliffe girls soccer team, and hopefully you could see that kick was good. That was good from 30, 31 or possibly 35 yards. So she definitely has the ability to boot the pigskin. So she's setting it up and back deep for the Hurricanes. Looks like number 4, Oscar Davis, and number 9, Raymond Cogburn. They're back at about the 15-yard line. Just waiting for the signal from the officials. Nice high end over end kick, going to come down to about the 18-yard line where Cogburn picks it up. He's right up the middle. He's still on his feet. He's across the 40. He's across the 50. It's a foot race at this point down to the 30. He's still on his feet and brought down back at about the 10-yard line. The Wickliffe 10-yard line, a great return there by Cogburn, was not to allow him to get the entire Nunzio Zivnaska brought him down, but the Hurricanes are going to have their first possession start off deep in Wickliffe territory as it'll be 1st and 10. It looks like it's going to be spotted at about the Wickliffe 12-yard line. Good kick down there to about the 17, and Cogburn got up the middle and then broke to the right side, and they had a wall, and it was basically a foot race. But Zivnaska was able to bring him down. So in the shotgun formation is Jaden Bassinger as a delayed handoff in the backfield. Good pursuit there by the Devils as on that carry was Omarion Smith. It's going to be a loss all the way back to about the 16-yard line. So good pursuit there by the defensive line, led there by, I think, Noah Dome. So it'll be 2nd and 14 for the Hurricanes. They've got to get down just inside the Wickliffe, between the 2 and the 3, to get a first down. So this time they send a couple wide to the left side. They've got one in the slot. Basinger is in a shotgun on a delay. This is up the over right tackle once again was Omarion Smith, and he was able to get back a lot of yards as Mester was able to bring him down, but not before he got down to about the 6-yard line. So it'll be now a third, looks like about 3rd and 4 to 5. As the Hurricanes break the huddle, they send one wide left, one wide right, one in the slot on the right side. And again, the handoff to Smith, and he's going to be, looks like he's going to be close to the, another, Primozic brought him down, but he's going to be just shy of the first down. It's going to be 4th and about 1. And my guess is that the Hurricanes will be going for it here. Just inside of 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Devils had it one time. They went down, kicked a 21-yard field goal. 3-0 your score, but that is in limbo at this point. The snap where the quarterback Basinger is going to take it. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to have the first down. We've got a late flag coming in. I'm going to guess it's going to be holding. As he had the he got the yardage there for the first down, but I think Bobby Plum brought him down, but I think it's going to come back, and it's going to be a holding call on the Hurricanes. So that'll we'll see what Coach Tim McFarland chooses to do here now that it'll be 4th and it's going to be 4th and 10. They're winding the clock. And from our vantage point here, the offense stays on the field as they send Oscar Davis wide on the right side and Aiden Nelson wide on the left with one in the slot. They operate out of a shotgun. They fire, they complete the pass, and it's not going to be converted for the first down as they threw a little screen pass to Anthony Starr, as Bobby Plum was able to bring him down, and the ball's going to go over to the Blue Devils on downs, and it'll be 1st and 10 Wickliffe. They'll be set up deep in their own territory, back on their own 8-yard line. But considering the fact that possession for Brooklyn started at the 12, the Devils were able to hold. And as happened to Wickliffe, a holding call moved the Hurricanes back, and they were not able to convert on 4th down. And now we'll see what the Devils are capable of doing here with 1:44 to go here in the first quarter. Devils have one wide left, one wide right. Snap is back, a delay as Gargiulo's got it, and he's not really going anywhere. If anything, he went backwards a little bit. Where number 51 for the Hurricanes, which is C.J. Watkins, and it's going to be a loss of 1 on that as the Devils now break the huddle. Gargiulo in the right hip pocket, a delay back to Bobby Plum, trying to get wide on the right side, and they're going to bottle him up. Maybe a gain of 1 as he tried to get wide to the right. As Tresca was in there, number 55, John Tresca, to bring him down. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Blue Devils. They've got to get out to just outside their 18 to get a first down. Good chance we'll see Mester go to the air here. Hurricanes looking to blitz. They're showing movement. Long count there. The Hurricanes are coming on a delay back. There's Plum. He's got the first down and more. He's out across the 20, and the Devils were able to switch it up as Brooklyn was looking to blitz, and the Devils on that delay over left tackle were able to pick up the 10 yards and more as they got out to about the 22-yard line. The clock's down to inside 10 seconds, so this will probably do it for the first quarter. So as we're going to get one quarter in the books here from Wickliffe Memorial Field, and at the end of quarter number one, your score, the Wickliffe Blue Devils 3, the Hurricanes of Brooklyn High School, nothing. Mentioned at the top of the webcast, this is Homecoming 2022. Later on, once again, if you're tuning in or clicking in later, we'll review the homecoming court. Also, we recognized last night at a wonderful dinner at Pine Ridge, we inducted 6 new members to the Athletic Hall of Fame as sponsored by the Wickliffe Schools Alumni Association. And if you were not able to hear, we want a couple of coaches, Lowell Grimm and Pete Humphrey, as well as wonderful players, Denny Keel from the class of 1971, Ray Caroscia, class of 1985, Scott Tennant, class of 1988, Bob Murphy, class of 1996. Want to give a shout out down in Florida to Mark McFall. Mark graduated in 1977 from Wickliffe High School, and also dear friends of ours, Mike Urick, a huge Blue Devil fan who's out at the Blueberry Railroad tonight, sitting around with some steam engines. Mike, how you doing? We'll connect in with you guys a little bit later tonight as we're about ready to get quarter number 2 underway. The Devils out on the 22-yard line, and it's going to be Mester on a keeper. He's over the 25 out to about the 28-yard line, where one of the Star brothers and Smith, Marion Smith, there to help bring him down on a good run there by Mester as he went over right guard there for a gain of 6. Devils mixing it up somewhat well on the first couple of possessions here so far. A delay back. It looks like it's going to be Nunzio as he gets outside, brought down late. It's going to be a first down as he gets over the 35, as that little guy, Nunzio Zivnaska, was able to, on that end around, get the first down as it's going to be 1st and 10 Wickliffe. Ball marked at their own 34-yard line. So in the early going, it looks like the Blue Devil offensive line is, for the most part, had fairly control, as Brooklyn has a good size on that defensive front four. Mester in the shotgun. And once again, they looking on that. The Devils were able to trick them up as Brooklyn was trying to blitz them there, and Mester, probably on a run-pass option, goes over left tackle there. Good gain. He gets the first down. The ball's out over the 45 to about the 46-yard line, as the Devils have been moving it out from this drive started back on their own 11-yard line. At halftime, you'll be able to enjoy the performance of both bands. There's a band here from Brooklyn, as well as your Wickliffe Swing Band. Again, they're bunching the line of scrimmage, and right up the middle on a delay, gain of about 2 or 3, as Gargiulo's going to get brought down there. It seems like it takes a host of Hurricanes to bring him down. That time it was Dylan Smith. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. Blue Devils ball on their own 48-yard line. They've got to get to the 44 of Brooklyn for a first down. Beautiful night for football here. Football Night in America, the center of the universe, zip code 44092, Wickliffe, Ohio. One wide left, one wide right. As, again, on a delay, we've got late flag coming in. Wonder what that's going to be as Mester gets all the way inside the 40. And we've got a holding call on the Blue Devils. Looked like the hold happened at the Brooklyn 47-yard line, so it's going to move Wickliffe back to their own 43-yard line. It'll be, instead of first down inside the 40, it's going to be second. Now we've got a timeout being taken by Brooklyn. So with 9:40 to go here in the first half, the Blue Devils hanging on to a 3-0 lead, and when we get back at it, it'll be second down and 12 for the Blue Devils. Seems like the Devils have been able to notice when Brooklyn is stunted in the form of a blitz, and using delays, they've been able to offset that with some good runs. And on the last play, unfortunately, was called back due to holding on the Wickliffe Blue Devils. If you've not had a chance to make your way here up near around Wickliffe High School, we've mentioned a number of times now there is a brand new education facility being built here, a K through 12 campus. Work that's been done and led by Superintendent Specia and Julie Ramos is tremendous. This time next year, the students will all have been transferred over into the new building. Couple that with the wonderful work that was done in putting new turf in here at Wickliffe Memorial Stadium last year. And we're about ready to get back at it as the Devils have one wide left, one wide right. It's going to be Mester. He's going to keep it himself. He's over the 45, out to about the 46, where again, number 23, Dylan Smith, and Anthony Starr there to bring him down. So it'll set up a third and long, just under 10 yards. We'll call it 9.5. Devils have to get to the Brooklyn 44 for a first down. About 9 minutes to go here in the first half. 3-0 Blue Devils, their second possession. Brooklyn showing blitz, delay to Bobby Plum up the middle. He's still on his feet, breaks a tackle, and another flag. These guys, I think we have a flag-happy crew tonight. As Plum got to about the 46-yard line, and wait to see what the call is. And it's against Brooklyn. So they're putting the penalty yardage on to the end of the play, takes it down to the Brooklyn 41-yard line. It gives the Devils a first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Wickliffe. They break the huddle, ball at the Brooklyn 41-yard line. Sivnoska is wide to the right side. The handoff, and that time I have to tell you that they gave it to Gargiulo, and the Hurricanes were not fooled. As Davis was there to bring him down, a loss of about 1 on that one. It's going to move it out to about the 42. It does show that on defense, the Hurricanes like to use like a delayed stunt type of, and again, they're showing it. They're bunching the line. They're daring the Devils to throw the ball. As on a delay, Mester is going to get met about the line of scrimmage as he tried to get over the left side, and looks to me like number 23, Dylan Smith, there to bring him down. We've called his name a handful of times already tonight. 7.5 to go here in the first half. 3-0 Wickliffe. second possession for the Blue Devils. First possession for Brooklyn, they started at the Wickliffe 11-yard line, and they were not able to punch it in. And the Devils then took over there, and they've been methodically making their way up the field, and we'll see what they do here with a 3rd and 10, ball at the Brooklyn 41-yard line. Chance Mester may go to the air, a delay to Plum up the middle. He's got a hole. He's inside the 30, not about the 35, just inside the 35. Looks like they're going to mark it about there. The delay traps have been working thus far for Wickliffe, as Anthony Starr was there to bring him down, number 6 for the Hurricanes. So the Devils will be going for it here. It'll be 4th down and 4. Devils tonight have put the ball in the air one time. It was on a 4th down play and was a conversion for 1st down. Brooklyn showing blitz. There is no one defensively more than 5 yards off the line of scrimmage for Brooklyn. And I think the Devils are just trying to draw them off sides, and they did. They did. They kept, it was a delay. They kept changing the cadence, and they got him to jump, and that will give Wickliffe a 1st down as it'll move it. They had to get to the 31, and with the penalty, it'll take it down to the 30. And Brooklyn is just daring Wickliffe to put the ball in the air, as they had no one more than 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. So we'll see what happens here as the Blue Devils have a new set of downs. They break the huddle. Sivnoska is wide to the right. It's going to be Mester on a keeper up the middle, and he gets nice yardage as there to ride him down was, looks like 55, John Tresca and Watkins, but not before he carried those guys for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Wickliffe. Mester's, you look at him, he's not a big guy, but he's got a heart of gold, and he just doesn't stop. Same can be said of Gargiulo and Bobby Plum and the rest of your Wickliffe Blue Devils. A delay back, this time Gargiulo, he's going to make it line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it. As one of the guys they're bringing him down, we'll call him for the first time tonight, number 65, Aiden Baisden. So they're going to give him a gain of 1. Forward progress was down to about the Brooklyn 24-yard line. 2 down territory. Clock running, 4.5 to go in the first half. 3-0 Wickliffe. Gargiulo in the pistol behind Mester. The snap back, a delay back. Bobby Plum looks like he's got the 1st down and more. He's at 5. Touchdown Wickliffe. No flags on the field. And once again, you could see where the Hurricanes were trying to blitz the Blue Devils, and Plum read it beautifully right up the middle. It'll be a touchdown run of 24 yards, just awaiting the point after. And that was a wonderful possession by Wickliffe. They started back at their own 11-yard line and methodically made their way down the field. And Bobby Plum up the middle, and now on to try the point after. Plum will be the holder, number 12, Eliza Wills, to try the point after. She's got a 21-yard field goal to her name tonight. Snap is back, high snap. It's up and wide to the left. So the kick was no good, but 4:17 to go in the first half. Your score, Wickliffe 9, Hurricanes nothing. Here's your fight song. Nice long drive there by the Blue Devils, and those are the kinds of possessions that where you build confidence, you build momentum. And we'll see what the Hurricanes, with 4:17 to go in the first half, this will only be the second possession of the half for Brooklyn. They'll receive the kickoff to start the second half. We're not there yet, but to show you the time of possession has basically just been dominated by Wickliffe. So, teeing the ball up at the 40-yard line is number 12, Eliza Wills. And so, back deep, number 9, Ray Cogburn and Omarion Smith. Last time she was able to get a nice kickoff down to about the 15, but Cogburn had a wonderful kickoff return and got it down to about the Wickliffe 11-yard line. So we'll see if Wickliffe tries the same thing or squibs it as a way to try to, we got like a little pooch that's going to come down and land about the 25, and we've got number 4, who's Oscar Davis, as he gets a nice return out to about the 45-yard line, where number 3 for the Blue Devils, Jake Beal, was there to bring him down. And the Hurricanes will have it good field position at their own 45 with 4:17 to go here in the first half, and your Blue Devils sitting on a 9-0 lead thus far. And it looks like we have a timeout being taken by the Brooklyn Hurricanes. They'll be down to 1 timeout as they head over to the sideline to confer with their head coach, Tim McFarland. Wonderful conversation I was able to have with him prior to the game. The Hurricanes are led by their quarterback, number 1, Jaden Bassinger, and featuring Omarion Smith as what appears to be like their main running back, and then Oscar Davis. So the Hurricanes back on the field. They send 2 wide to the left. They've got Aiden Nelson in a slot there on the left side. And they've got Anthony Starr wide on the right. Bassinger looking on a delay. It's going to be a lot of running room as still on his feet, Omarion Smith, the featured back, as he gets into Wickliffe territory down to about the Wickliffe 44-yard line, and the hole that they opened up there on the left side, I think even I could have, made positive yardage. And maybe the reason they had a big hole there was they've called hold. There was a flag on the play. It's going to be holding on Brooklyn, so it's going to back them up. And the flag was dropped about the line of scrimmage. So the ball is now, instead of having a first down in Wickliffe territory, it'll still be first down, but the ball is marked at the Brooklyn 36. Hurricanes have to get themselves to the Wickliffe 45. So it's going to be 1st and 19. Chances are Bassinger will be going to the air here. Looks like he is. He fires, completes it out to about the 41-yard line, as Nelson hauled it in, and a host of Blue Devils led by Bobby Plum there to bring him down. So it'll be a gain of about 5 on that play. It'll set up 2nd and 13. Ball at the Brooklyn 42. Clock running just under 3.5 here to go in the first half. Clock will be a factor as the Hurricanes are down to 1 timeout here in the first half. Good chance that they may go back to the air. We've got a flag and a probably illegal procedure call that's going to come in here against the Hurricanes. And quarterback Jaden Basinger kind of looking at the officials, putting his hands out, probably like who or what. So it's going to back them up to the 37-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down, 18 to go, and empty backfield as Basinger looking to throw. He's rolling, he fires, completes the pass out there to about midfield there, where wide open there was Anthony Starr. So after having a first and 18, there's going to be set up, 2nd and 18, it'll be 3rd and 5. Ball sitting right at the midfield stripe. As Basinger rolled to his right, not much pressure, but Starr was wide open, and he hauled that in for a good gain on that play. So a draw basically met at the line of scrimmage there on the delay to Omarion Smith. Devils were not fooled, as a host of them looks like 65 and Ryan Quinn there. So it's going to be 4th and a long 4, short 5. They've got to get to the Wickliffe 45, ball just outside the 49. Clock running inside of 2 minutes. Players coming on the field late. And there's a good possibility that, they're lining up in punt formation. The punter is number 6, Anthony Starr. Don't be too surprised that they don't fake it here. The snap is back, almost blocked, as it's fielded there by Bobby Plum. He's across the 25, out the 30, 32-yard line. Nice return there, as the Wickliffe will have it for the last minute and 17 seconds here. The ball will be spotted at their own 32-yard line. At halftime, we'll step aside. You'll be able to enjoy the performance of both high school marching bands, and looks like we've got a timeout on the field, and I'm not sure if this is an official timeout. Oh, it was an official timeout because it looks like Bobby Plum got shaken up on the play, but he's made his way to the sidelines. Looks like he's going to be A-OK. So Devils making their way back out onto the field. Hurricanes getting some last little bit of consult there from their coaching staff, and they're making their way out on the field. If you're just clicking in, the Devils sitting on a 9-0 lead here. 2 impressive drives by Wickliffe, one in a field goal, the other one on a 24-yard touchdown run by Bobby Plum. Mester in the shotgun. Gargiulo up the middle. Gargiulo tonight up the middle has been very successful, as looks like Smith brought him down, and it's going to be a first down for Wickliffe. We're down to almost about a minute to go. Devils in a hurry up. Again, Gargiulo going to get met about the line of scrimmage as he tries to get to the over left tackle. And Tresca brings him down, and the Devils are going to use their first timeout with 58 seconds to go. And that interior line, although large for the Hurricanes, the Devils have been able to control the line of scrimmage, and their running game has worked extremely well thus far tonight. So when we get back at it, it'll be 2nd and 9, ball sitting at about the Wickliffe 44-yard line. They got to get to the Brooklyn 47 for a first down, but more importantly, you're only dealing with 58 seconds to go here in this first half. The Hurricanes will have it first to start the second half. Homecoming 2022. Nice crowd on hand. You can see we've even had nice little turnout from the folks from the near west side of Cleveland to cheer on the Hurricanes.
2nd down and 9
So we get back at it. Wickliffe on their own 44 again. The Hurricanes bunching the line of scrimmage as they give it to Bobby Plum. He's going to get met in the backfield as it looks like 3 or 4 Hurricanes were there to bring him down, and it led by Starr and a host of Brooklyn Hurricanes to bring him down. So it's going to be a loss on that one of about, be 3rd and 11 for Wickliffe. Clock running, about 30 seconds to go. I doubt that the Devils are going to be, they'll probably just be content. If they can pull something off, great. If not, they'll be just content to go into the locker room with this 9-0 lead. They send one wide left, one wide right. We'll see if they go to the air here. Brooklyn showing blitz, a delay. Gargiulo is going to get met in the backfield. And pretty much the entire defensive line there to bring him down, led by number 58, William Andrews. And that's going to bring an end to the first half of play here at Wickliffe Memorial Field with your score, the Wickliffe Blue Devils 9 and the Hurricanes of Brooklyn High School 0. So we'll step aside here as looks like the marching band for Brooklyn are about to provide their performance, and we'll come back at you in the 3rd quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Field Commander Randy Becky, the Brooklyn Instrumental Music Department proudly presents the Pride of Brooklyn, celebrating their 75th performance season and selected to perform in Columbus at this year's Buckeye Invitational. The Brooklyn Hurricanes Marching Band. The marching band kicks things off with a fiery Latin opener featuring the trumpet and trombone duet of Aaron Sharp and Florence Local. Feel the heat as senior trumpet soloist Carson Artem adds fuel to the fire with Santana. Welcome back to the field in 2022, new edition of the Dirty Dozen Drumline Plus One, as they take center stage beneath the stadium lights, with the dynamic duo of sisters Shariah Desiree Gale on marimba and xylophone, and the percussive gymnastics of senior soloists Angel Hernandez and Philip West on snare, as well as Sarah Ross on tenor. Watch and listen closely as we flip this machine into spin cycle with tactical instinct. 1990, Green Day brought back the sound of punk rock for a new generation. Their 1997 album, Nimrod, took a different route with a slower, sweeter ballad and restrained, croony voice. The marching band draws this evening's show to a close, featuring the trombone stylings of Florence Solko. This is the time of your life.
acknowledge at the platinum level both Call of the Wild Fund and TDA. Thank you for your very generous support of the Wickliffe Swing Band. Well, next up from 1980 is the lip sync classic, Funky Town. About tradition, and there is perhaps no more enduring Wickliffe homecoming tradition than the band's final routine this evening. Building on a legacy that stretches all the way back to 1970, our students and staff are pleased and proud to present for you the one, the only, very kind attention this evening. Good luck to both bands and both teams the rest of this season. And as always, go
Go Devils!
Well, there you had a wonderful halftime performance by actually both bands. Got to tip of the Devil's tail to Brooklyn. Their band was tremendous, as well as the Wickliffe Blue Devil Swing Band. And, you know, if you're a follower of Wickliffe sports or the band, you know it's been a tradition at Wickliffe High School since the song came out, which is to cap the halftime performance with the song made famous by the Fifth Dimension known as Aquarius. And they didn't let any of us down tonight, as we're almost about ready to get back to action here. Both teams are making their way back out on the field. Want to give a shout out to the entire gang. The entire gang are clicking in out in Geneva, Ohio at the Blueberry Railroad. There's some cinders and soot and smoke going down out there in Geneva. Actually, after tonight's activities, yours truly will be making his way out there to the BBR and join in some of that fun. But if you're just clicking in, the Blue Devils find themselves sitting with a 9-0 lead. And the first half was rather interesting in the sense that Wickliffe took the opening kickoff, went down and were scored first. Well, the only ones have scored thus far, a 21-yard field goal by a young lady, number 12, Eliza Wills. And then on the ensuing kickoff, the Hurricanes, a wonderful return there by Ramir Cogburn, got it down to the Wickliffe 11, and looked like they had themselves a first and goal at about the 2, but a holding penalty pushed them back, and they were not able to get in. The Blue Devils then took over on their own 11-yard line and made their way all the way down, scored on a 24-yard touchdown run by Bobby Plum. The extra point was missed, and it looks like teeing up the ball now to get the second half started is number 1, Nunzio Zivnaska. Back deep is Cogburn, number 9, and number 4, Oscar Davis. So about ready to get started. 9-0 Wickliffe. High end over end kick is going to come down, get picked up. Davis is going to pick it up there at about the 15. He's trying to get wide to the right. We got a lot of flags down like clipping as Davis is going to get out over the 30, but that's good. This is going to come all the way back, and the Hurricanes are going to start deep in their own territory. As got 2 flags down, actually 3 flags down at about the, looks like 16-yard line. It's going to be a block in the back, so that should this will probably be half the distance to the goal line. So the Hurricanes are going to start out deep in the hole, and now they will be moving from right to left on your computer screens. Brooklyn in their all white jerseys, the Blue Devils in their all dark navy blue jerseys. And yes, the ball has been placed at about their own 7-yard line. They've got 2 wide to the left side, 1 wide right. Basinger has a back to the left. Basinger looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to take off and run. He's got a lot of room to run. He's across the 20, still on his feet. He's going to have a first down out over the 25-yard line, where they're to bring him down
Zivnoska, number 1, they're bringing him down. You can hear the crowd is into it. Nice crowd here, homecoming 2022. Tremendous halftime performance just underway. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes. They got out of the hole. They got it at their own 25-yard line. And same setup as the prior play. Basinger looking to throw. He sets, he fires, complete out over the 35. He's going to have a first down out over about the 36-yard line, where Davis hauled it in as he was wide open in the flat. They're working that right side against Wickliffe. Zivnoska brought him down, and the Devils playing soft on those wide receivers, and Basinger, the quarterback, is taking advantage of that as they have it now 1st and 10, ball now on their own 36-yard line. Again, looking to throw. He sets, he fires. Again, same wide open there in that right flat. As Davis hauls it in, gets out over the 45 to about the 47. Zivnoska again, he's playing back off Davis, but not before. 3 plays in a row. You've got another first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 Brooklyn. They're now out at their own 47-yard line, playing with a bit more of a sense of urgency here. Basinger again looking to throw, under a bit of pressure. He's rolling right. He's going to take off. He's crossed the 50 into Wickliffe territory, still on his feet. He's going to get curled up and brought down at about the Wickliffe 45-yard line. Good gain on that play, gain of about 8 to 9 as he's in Wickliffe territory. The ball's going to be marked just, nose of the ball is touching at the Wickliffe 45-yard line. As the quarterback, Basinger, was under a little bit of pressure, wide open there on the right side, took off, was a gain of about 8. And he's got 2nd and 2. They got to get to the 43 for a first down. Devils showing some containment there on the defensive line, and a delay block. As Omarion Smith there on a draw play, is not going to go anywhere. If anything, he lost a yard. As tried to get right up the middle, and there helped make the tackle. There was 52, Ryan Quinn for Wickliffe. So 9:10 to go in the third, 9-0 Wickliffe. It'll be 3rd and 3. The Hurricanes 2 wide on the right side, 1 wide left. Man in motion, a delay back. It's going to be a first down and more, as the talented running back, Omarion Smith, has the first down on that trap as he gets inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Nicest drive thus far tonight for the Hurricanes of Brooklyn as they find themselves in a 9-0 hole, but they're on the move. Shout out to Erie, Pennsylvania. Ricky Rembaldo, the mayor of Erie, PA, checking in tonight. As it'll be 1st and 10, the Hurricanes. Smith on a delay as they try an end around, as getting wide there on the left side there was number 9, Cogburn, and he was able to get ahead down to about the 35, gain of about 4. So it's going to be a 2nd and 6. They've got to get to the Wickliffe 29 for the first down. The Hurricanes definitely mixing it up much differently here in the second half as compared to their couple of possessions in the first half, where the Devils were able to contain them, but not thus far here in the beginning of the third quarter. Basinger looking to throw, rolling to his right. He fires, completes. He's got a first down and more. Looks like he's got that completion there to Anthony Starr. As Starr's down there to about the Wickliffe 16-yard line, and this drive, the Hurricanes have been able to spread the Wickliffe defense out there, and between running to the right side and working that right flat, Basinger has been able to be quite successful in directing the attack here for the Hurricanes. This time he's got an empty backfield. He's got 3 wide receivers wide to the left side. Basinger going to keep it himself, breaks a tackle. Devils could have had him in the backfield, but he makes it down to about the 15, where there for Wickliffe is number 4, Ralph Jackson. So it'll be a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 as we're just under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Devils on top thus far in this one, although 9-0 is your score, and the Hurricanes inside the red zone as they have it 2nd and 9 at the Wickliffe 15. Same setup as last play, 3 wide to the left side. Basinger looks, he got a little screen pass there. He's going to complete it there to number 6, which is Anthony Starr, and he's going to be down to about the 10-yard line. We're there to come up and bring him down for Wickliffe with Zivnaska, and this will be a 3rd and 3. They've got to get to the Wickliffe 7 for the first down, probably looking at 2-down territory as the Hurricanes break the huddle. This time they send 3 wide to the right side with 2 in the slot. And Basinger going to keep it himself. I thought I heard some whistles. And Gargiulo brings him down. I think he's going to have the first down. I thought I heard some whistles like they were whistling the play dead, but apparently not. And it's going to be 1st and goal for Brooklyn as they'll have it 1st and goal at the Wickliffe 6-yard line. So an impressive first drive here in the third quarter for the Hurricanes. And you've seen the talents of Jaden Basinger, the senior quarterback for the Hurricanes. We've got a whistle and what? We're going to have a timeout taken by, now they're winding the clock. I think maybe they're just resetting something. Got a delay back here. Looks like Cogburn, who's going to basically take it wide to the right side and into the end zone. Took a while before they signaled touchdown. And Cogburn on a delay was able to get wide right and make it into the end zone. So with 5:04 to go here in your third quarter, 9-6. And based on the personnel that are going to be out on the field, it looks to me like they're going to go for 2. Basinger looking, firing into the end zone, complete as he was able to hit number 6, Anthony Starr, in the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. So 5:04 to go, and the Devils found themselves basically moving backward, and that now your score is much tighter. Wickliffe 9 and Brooklyn 8. And so we'll see what the Blue Devils can dial up on what will be their first possession for the second half.
And that yellow ticket number is 437138. Again, yellow ticket.
Next week, the Blue Devils will be on the road. They'll actually be on the road for the next 2 weeks. They'll be making their way to the west side to Rocky River, where they'll be the taking on Lutheran West. And the Stallions have a very good team this year, so we'll see what. So back deep for Wickliffe, back at about the zone 10-yard line is number 33, Bobby Plum. Anthony Starr, number 6, teeing it up for the Hurricanes. impressive drive there by Brooklyn as they'll try to re-seize some. We've got a little pooch kick that's going to come here down to about the 40-yard line, where there to haul it in was, looks like number 1, Nunzio Zivnaska.
Start kickoff fielded by number 7, Frankie Bukar.
Sorry, number 7, Frankie Bukar. And was wise to basically just field it, take the knee, and Wickliffe's going to start out in good field position where it'll be 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line. Quarterback E.J. Mester making his way in to the huddle. Some last-minute thoughts and comments from head coach Marsh Porcello. Devils break the huddle. They send Zivnaska wide to the left side. Ruskin wide to the right side. A delay back. It's going to be Mester up the middle. He's going to get met. We've got a flag down. He's going to get ahead for maybe a yard or two, but the flag, my guess, we're going to get a holding call on Wickliffe. That last drive for Brooklyn, very impressive, as they started on their 7-yard line. Just waiting. Looks like they're going to mark it off against Brooklyn. We have not seen what the infraction was. So it's 5-yard.
Penalty flag on play, call against Brooklyn. Brings up a first down and 5 situation for Wickliffe.
So not sure, folks, what the penalty was, but it'll be 1st and 5 for Wickliffe. Ball at their own 45. They got to get to midfield for a first down. Again, the Hurricanes bunching the middle of the field. As Zivnaska trying to get wide to the left side. He's ahead across the 40, 47, almost out to about the 48-yard line, where he was run out of bounds by a host of Hurricanes. Marion Smith coming up from his quarterback spot to run him out of bounds, as they've marked it about, well, they had it at the 48, now it's at the 47, so it'll be 2nd and 3. Ball game moving quickly tonight. As Gargiulo in a pistol behind Mester. It's going to be Mester on a keeper. He's got a first down. He's into Brooklyn territory, down to about the 47 of Brooklyn. He saw a nice little hole over left tackle. And coming up from his defensive backfield spot was O'Marion Smith to bring him down.
Ball now into Hurricane territory at the Brooklyn 47-yard line.
Third quarter moving rather quickly. We're under 4.5 to go. 9-8 your score. The Blue Devils up by 1. Again in a pistol formation. A delay. Nunzio Zivnaska tried up the middle. That little guy got ahead for maybe a half yard, as Watkins there was able to bring him down. So 2nd and 9 for Wickliffe. They've got to get down to the what looks to be the 37-yard line for a fresh set of downs. Stay in that wing T formation, man in motion. Bobby Plum met in the backfield, and he's going to lose a yard, as the Hurricanes were not fooled on that one, and looks like they've made a few adjustments at halftime, as Cogburn was one of many there to bring him down, as they're trying to contain that Wickliffe delayed running game, which in the first half they were able to break some decent runs. Nothing long, but they've had some nice runs in the first half. We'll see what happens here, as it's now, well, now they've got it set 3rd and 11, so it was a loss of 2 on that play. See if the Devils go to the air here, as Mester's looking to throw. He sets. He's got somebody wide open. Zivnaska's got it down to about the 26-yard line. He hauls it in for the Blue Devil first down, and you had to figure that the Devils, they were able to get Mester just enough time, and the Hurricanes have been bunching that line. I was waiting if they were eventually going to challenge it, and Zivnoska was wide open. So the Devils' passing game tonight, 2 for 2, as they now have it 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of Brooklyn. Devils trying to seize back the momentum as Mester's going to get met in the backfield. He's going to go down back at about the 30. Good pursuit there by number 23, Dylan Smith. So loss on that play of about 4. Brooklyn not fooled, and they were able to get good pursuit. So Wickliffe's going to have to dig into their bag of tricks here, because they're looking at a 2nd and 14. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Devils hanging on to a 1-point lead here. 9-8 thus far here at Wickliffe Memorial Field. Again, bunching up. Mester looking to throw. We've got looking for Zivnoska, and he was banged around there by number 15. So we're going to have pass interference called on Roland Sweet. That will give Wickliffe a first down, as once again the Hurricanes thinking that they could bring the house, and Zivnoska was open, but he was interfered with, and that's going to bring it down to the 15-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 15 as the Blue Devils are trying to mount a return, if you will. Basically, Mester alone in the backfield. He's got a man in motion, and Plum is going to get met in the backfield. We got late flags coming in. I have a feeling you're going to have a face mask, because the only one in the backfield was Bobby Plum and about 3 guys from Brooklyn, and the Hurricanes are moving backwards. Yep, we've got personal foul against Brooklyn. It looks like it is a face mask, and this is going to take it half the distance down to about the 10-yard line. Since the penalty happened at the 20, they've got to mark the yardage off from the spot of the foul. So the ball is just inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Blue Devils. The clock is running. We're at about just inside of 140. As Ruskin wide to the left side, Zivnoska wide right. And delay snap as Mester bobbles it. And he's going to get met in the backfield for a loss of 2, as Dylan Smith was there to bring him down. They actually marked it back at the 13, so it's going to be a loss of 3. So the Devils trying to answer to that touchdown drive and 2-point conversion that the Hurricanes brought on their first possession. Gargiulo now in the pistol. Mester looking to throw. He fires, completes it, and down to about the 7-yard line. On the receiving end there for the Blue Devils was Bobby Plum coming out of the backfield. And this will bring up a 3rd and goal. Ball sitting at the Brooklyn 8-yard line. Just under 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and I have a feeling that the Devils are just going to let the time run out here. So we've got 3 in the books. It's a tight one, folks. So after 3 quarters of play here at Wickliffe Memorial Field, your score, the Wickliffe Blue Devils 9 and the Brooklyn Hurricanes 8.
And that's the end of tonight's third quarter of play with your score, Wickliffe 9 and Brooklyn 8. Valley Conference wishes to thank the Cleveland Browns for their generous and outstanding support and sponsorship for the youth rookie tackle.
So about ready to get the final quarter of play underway here, as the Blue Devils will be starting the fourth quarter with the ball at the 8-yard line of Brooklyn. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 8. As teams change sides of the field. Once again, the Devils will be on the road next week. They'll be on the west side in Rocky River to go take on Lutheran West. And about ready to get rolling here, as setting up in a pistol with Gargiulo right behind the quarterback Mester. Hurricanes looking to, they're showing blitz. Now they're pointing at something in the center of the Wickliffe line. I have a feeling that Mester's changing the play. Snap is back. He's looking to throw. He sets. He fires. He's got open. Caught for a touchdown. Wow. Mester tonight, I think he's 4 for 4. Wow. Bonadio hauls it in for the Blue Devil touchdown. And with 11:54 to go, it's now 15-8, and now in to try to tack on the extra point is number 12, Eliza Wills. It'll be out of the hold of Bobby Plum, number 33. High snap, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Got to give Bobby Plum a lot of credit. It was a high snap, and he had to get it down so that she could quickly get her foot into it. And here's your fight song. So with 11:54 to go here in the game, with the extra point, it makes it Wickliffe 16 and Brooklyn 8. So teeing the ball up for the Blue Devils is number 1, Nunzio Zivnaska, who's played a key role in tonight's ball game, heading back deep for the Hurricanes. We've got number 4, Oscar Davis, and number 9, Ramir Cogburn. They're not as deep as they were earlier, and we'll see, because the Devils at times will try different things on the kickoff. And Brooklyn has been fairly successful on their kickoff returns here tonight. We get basically a squib kick that's going to get down, and there to fall on it at about the 35-yard line wisely was number 6, Anthony Starr. So the Hurricanes will start with decent field position. That kickoff took 1 second off the clock. So if the Devils can hang on here for 11 minutes and 53 seconds, they can put, well, we'll see what happens here over the next 11:53. So their talented quarterback, Jaden Basinger, back out on the field. He's had a very good night running and throwing the ball. He's got a Marion Smith to his right side. Snap is back. He's looking to throw. He's under pressure and breaks tackles. He's across the 40. He's across the 50. It's a foot race now. He's got a first down into Wickliffe territory. Devils had good pressure on him in the backfield, but Basinger was able to break a number of tackles, and a good gain on that play as it'll be 1st and 10 now in Wickliffe territory at the Wickliffe 44-yard line. Hurricanes breaking the huddle. They're sending one wide left, three wide right. Basinger alone in an empty set backfield. Looking to throw, he's rolling right. Sets, he fires. It's up, in and out of the hands. Wow, that in and out of the hands of Oscar Davis, and diving, almost picking up the ricochet was Zivnaska, but it'll fall incomplete. That may be the first incompleted pass tonight, because both quarterbacks have been on the money throwing the ball. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 11:11 to go here. Definitely a different vibe from the offense of the Hurricanes here in the second half. Now they set up with almost like a full backfield, a running back on either side of Basinger. He's gonna delay. Cogburn trying to get wide to the left. He's in the backfield, still on his feet, across the 50, 45. He's breaking tackles. We got a late flag coming in. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be holding, as Cogburn got down to about the Wickliffe 35, and it is a hold. So that'll back him up. And once again, the Blue Devils had good containment deep in the backfield. They just couldn't wrap him up, as the running back there, Ramir Cogburn, was able to break a number of tackles as the balls moved back to the Wickliffe 47-yard line. Brooklyn's got to get just inside the 35 for a first down. So it'll be 2nd and 12. No, I'm sorry, 2nd and 13. Hurricanes break the huddle. Again, they set up in what I'd call a full house backfield, a running back on either side of the quarterback, Basinger. Snap is back, he's looking to throw. He sets, he fires, incomplete, in and out of the hands of a low throw to Oscar Davis. So this, we'll see what they dial up, as it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 13, on account of a couple of incompletions. Not a lot taken off the clock. We're just at 10:29 to go in this one. 16-8 your score. The Blue Devils sitting on top as of this point. New formation, as Marion Smith is to the left of Basinger. He's looking to throw. He sets. He's under pressure. He fumbles the ball. He's still fumbling the ball. The ball is still on the ground, and maybe it's been, who's got it? Okay, it was a hot potato, as kept rolling around all the way back at the Brooklyn 31-yard line. My guess is we'll see a punt here, as it's going to be 4th and, you could almost say 4th and forever, as the, yep, 4th and 35, as going back deep for Wickliffe is Bobby Plum and E.J. Mester. Star high, beautiful end-over-end kick. It's going to come down, take a Brooklyn roll, rolls down inside the Wickliffe 30. It's going to get down at about the Wickliffe 29-yard line. So 9:43 to go. We'll see if the Devils can basically just burn some clock here with a long possession, as they're sitting on a 16-8 lead on what's homecoming night, homecoming 2022. I'm sure tomorrow night a lot of fun and festivities at the dance. Devils break the huddle. This time they've got one in the slot, Mester's going to try to keep it himself and not really go anywhere as he tried to get off of left guard. No gain on that one, and good pursuit there by number 51, C.J. Watkins. The play of the linebackers for the Hurricanes has been exceptional tonight. So actually they marked it a loss of 1. So it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the Wickliffe 28. Gargiulo was on the right, shifts to the left. We've got a flag, probably going to be motion on Wickliffe as Zivnoska gets over the 30, 35. And yeah, they're going to call Wickliffe for illegal motion. I think Zivnoska moved too soon. Yep. So first couple of plays, the Devils are going the wrong way on the field. We'll go from, it'll be, instead of 2nd and 11, it'll be 2nd and 16. Ball back on the Wickliffe 23. They wind the clock. As quarterback Mester makes his way back into the huddle after conferring with head coach Marsh Purcello. The Blue Devil game plan tonight is, which has basically been basic, has worked quite well. Now, once again, the Hurricanes only have 2 guys deep as Mester's looking to throw. He sets, he fires. Oh, where's the flag? Where is the flag as Basinger came in way too early and hit Zivnoska? The ball falls incomplete. That should have been pass interference because Basinger hit him long before the ball was there, but it'll bring up a 3rd and long as the Hurricanes are going to benefit from the non-call. It'll be 3rd and 16. Wickliffe's got to get out to the 39 to get a first down. As quarterback Mester still over on the sideline talking to Coach Purcello. Now he's making his way to the huddle. Clock stopped with 8:24 to go. Plenty of time in this one. My guess is the Devils are either going to do something a little razzle-dazzle, but they look like they're more in a passing situation. Mester looks, he fires long, and it's going to fall incomplete as he was looking for Zivnoska about midfield. Back in coverage was number 1, Jaden Basinger. So this will probably be the first time that we see Wickliffe actually go. It'll be the first punt for Wickliffe. As setting up in punt formation for Wickliffe is Zivnoska. He's going to be back at about his 10. The Hurricanes are going to get it in good field position. Oscar Davis is and Anthony Starr. The snap, it's back, almost blocked. High end over end kick is going to come down and go out of bounds at the Wickliffe 35-yard line. So the Hurricanes are going to start. They're going to have excellent field position at the Wickliffe 35. 8:11 to go in this one. The Hurricanes find themselves down by 8. So we'll see if Wickliffe can dial up some D here to try to keep Brooklyn out of the end zone. As again, an empty backfield with Basinger standing back at his 40. Snap is back, looks like he's going to take off on a run. He's going to be brought down in the backfield, a loss on that one of about 2 on that. And for once, the Devils, not only were they not fooled, but they were able to wrap him up as Ryan Quinn was there to bring him down. It's going to be a loss of 3. So it'll be 2nd and 13, ball sitting at the Wickliffe 38-yard line. The senior quarterback, Basinger, very talented. He's been able to elude tacklers, has a good arm, puts the ball on the money to his receivers. Again, they set up on a spread where Basinger's the only one in the backfield. Looks like he's going to throw, rolling to his right. He's rolling, he fires, and he completes it. And it's going to be close to a first down, as that was Oscar Davis. And there were a host of Devils back there in coverage, but was able to complete it. And, we have a flag on the play, and they're bringing it back. Wow, that probably holding. With the flag thrown at about the 43. These are the kinds of penalties that will drive a head coach nuts. As this is going to march it all the way back. Wow, into Brooklyn territory, back to their 48-yard line. 7:11 to go in this one. The Devils up by 8. Ball sitting at their own 48, and they've got to get down to the Wickliffe 25. So it's going to be 2nd and 27. So this time they flood the left side with wide receivers. They've got Smith in the backfield. They throw a little screen pass as Starr's got it, trying to get wide the left side. He's going to get run out of bounds, not much. As Starr was on the receiving end, as Logan Ruskin was able to run him out, maybe a gain of 2. So ball sitting right on midfield. So 3rd and long. You have to figure they'll go to the air or something, maybe out of their bag of tricks here. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Basinger looking to throw. He sets. He's looking long. And he completes it on the money. All the way down to Cogburn, down to the 15-yard line, where Basinger had a lot of time to throw, and Cogburn got behind everybody. And it's a first down, so they convert a 3rd and 25. Wow. Ball marked at the 14. New set of downs when the Devils had them backed up deep. And we'll see what happens. Clock running inside 6.5. It's going to be Basinger is going to keep it himself. He's inside the 10. He hit hard, really hard, down to about the 7-yard line. And we've got a couple guys getting up rather slowly for Brooklyn. Zivnoska brought him down, but not after a gain of about, looks like a gain of about 7. They're winding the clock. We're about halfway through the 4th. As Brooklyn trying to come in to equalize this one as they find themselves down by 8. They've got to get to the Wickliffe 5 for a first down. They've got a full house backfield, a delay. Cogburn trying to get wide, breaks a tackle. He's going to get met at about the line of scrimmage. Again, they had, their running backs are very good at eluding tacklers. As Mester was able to come up and bring him down, and actually looks like he may have lost a yard or 2 as the ball's been marked back at about the 9-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4. You got to figure this is 2-down territory. We're down to about 5 minutes to go in this game. 16-8 your score. Now this time they set up in a pistol where they've got Omarion Smith, and it's going to be Smith breaks a tackle as the Devils are going to wrap him up back at about the 10-yard line. They finally blow whistles as Smith was all the way back to about the 15, was able to break a tackle, and the Devils were able to corral him at about the 10. So this is going to basically be a 4th. Yeah, loss on that play, almost back to about the 11. So they've got to get to the 5. Ball is sitting They've got the ball marked at the 10, so we're going to call it 4th and 5. This time they're flooding the left side with receivers, 2 on the right side. Basinger alone in the backfield. He's going to take it, keep it himself. He's going to have the first down as he just basically took it and ran right up the middle, converts it. It'll be a 1st and goal for Brooklyn, as Bobby Plum was one of those in there to bring him down, but they basically were able to open a nice hole up the middle, and the ball's marked at the 3-yard line. So clock running inside of 4 minutes here as the Hurricanes are looking to try to equalize. They need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion as they're down by 8. And break the huddle. They've got 2 wide on the left side. A full house backfield protecting Basinger. He's going to try to take it himself up the middle. A host of Devils wrapping him up as he's going to get a gain of maybe a yard and a half. And at the next snap, the clock will be under 3 minutes. So we'll see what kind of strength the Devils defense can try to dial up here. As it's 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. A much improved performance from Wickliffe tonight as compared to the last couple of weeks. Now Basinger up under center. They're in an I formation as they hand it off to the running back Smith, and they claim he broke the plane into the end zone for the touchdown. So actually I take that back. The run was there by number 6, Anthony Starr, and with 2:29 to go, the Hurricanes will be going for 2. They converted the 2-point conversion on the last touchdown. Right now the score sits 16-14. Basinger in that shotgun, and now the Blue Devils waiting to see what formation, and they're going to take a timeout, talk it over here. The last touchdown that was scored by Brooklyn, they were able to convert on a pass play. And on this drive, Devils had them backed up 3rd and 25, and they were able to convert on a long, deep pass down the middle to Cogburn, and that was the key to this particular drive. So right now, see what happens with respect to the 2-point conversion. Once again, next week, Wickliffe will be on the road. They'll be on the west side at Lutheran West. In 2 weeks, they'll also be on the road. They'll be in Mattaway, take on Crestwood. And then 3 weeks from tonight, we'll be back here. As we'll see what's going to happen as Basinger is in a empty backfield, 1 wide to the right side, everybody else flanked to the left. They've got it spread wide. Basinger rolling to his left, going to try to keep it himself, and he's into the end zone to tie the ball game. So the 2-point conversion is good. With 2:29 to go, we're all tied up at 16 apiece. And Basinger basically, I think it was probably a run all the way. We've got an official timeout as somebody for Wickliffe is down. As the training staff is out on the field, you can hear the fight song for Brooklyn being played across the way. And the key to that drive, as I mentioned a moment ago, was Brooklyn being able to convert a 3rd and 25. They hit a long pass down the middle, and then were able to punch it in on the touchdown run by Starr and the 2-point conversion run by the quarterback Basinger. So see what Wickliffe is able to do. They've got 2:29 to go here in the 4th. They've got 2 timeouts. Checking on the scoreboard, it looks like Brooklyn's got 3 timeouts. Still tending to, I think that's Bobby Plum down there for Wickliffe. Training staff still tending to him. Training staff still there working with Bobby Plum of the Blue Devils. Devils in the first half were able to contain the Hurricanes quite well, but it seemed that the whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they started spreading out their offense, and things opened up, especially with the passing game, and it is Bobby Plum is now sitting up there back in the end zone. Wickliffe's 16 points tonight came by way of a field goal, 21 yards in the first quarter. 24-yard touchdown run. The extra point was wide. And then a touchdown pass of about 11 yards from Mester to Bonadeo, and the extra point was good, and that's your 16. And Brooklyn's got 2 touchdowns with 2 two-point conversions. So they're getting Bobby up, and probably carefully making his way over to the Wickliffe sideline. Yeah, he's rather gingerly coming across the field there with the Wickliffe training staff. So the Blue Devils will have 2:29 to go in regulation. You know, in high school they have these overtime possessions. So we'll see what transpires here over the next 2:29 as heading back deep for Wickliffe to take this ensuing kickoff is number 9, E.J. Mester, number 1, Nunzio Zivnaska, and number 6, Vinny Gargiulo. Teeing it up, number 6, Anthony Starr. So we got basically a bumbling kick that comes down, picked up by Gargiulo across the 30. He's going to get met at about the 32-yard line, as Omarion Smith was one of those in there to bring him down, along with number 71, Ryan Papera. So the Blue Devils will have 2 minutes and 22 seconds, and they've got to traverse about 68 yards to the end zone, or at least to try to get into field goal range for Ms. Eliza Wills to try to possibly break the tie with a field goal. Devils have one wide receiver wide on either side. Mester's going to keep it himself, and he's going nowhere. He's going to actually lose a couple of yards. Ball came out, but after he was down. So Dylan Smith there to wrap him up. Will be a 2nd and 12, and we now have a timeout being taken by Brooklyn. As they'll have the Devils backed up, and the idea to try to possibly get their hands on the ball with a minute and a half to go and see if they can't do something here late in the game in regulation. The passing attack that we were made aware of before the game by Jaden Basinger has come to life here in the second half for Brooklyn, and they've been able to come back and knot this one up at 16. Give a shout out to our good friend Steve Tomko out in Olmsted Township checking us out. A good football mind there. About ready to get back to action as the Devils send Logan Ruskin wide to the right side, and looking to bunch up the center of the field, and strong pursuit there as Gargiulo on the carry, and Ramier, Logan Smith and Cogburn brought him down, gain of maybe 1. As Brooklyn's going to take their second timeout here in the second half, 1:53 to go. And when the next snap, it's going to be 3rd and a long, I'm going to call it a long 10. Short 11, long 10. A very entertaining and competitive game here tonight between the Brooklyn Hurricanes and the Wickliffe Blue Devils. Homecoming 2022. Good crowd on hand. The Devils thus far tonight have run a very basic offense. We'll see if they try to dial something up a little bit special here. As it's going to be 3rd and 9, ball on the 33. They've got to get to the 42, their own 42, for a first down. Gargiulo is set up in a pistol right behind the quarterback, Mester, that infamous wing T, and Mester looking to throw. He sets, he's firing long, he's got, whoa, where is the flag again? He was looking for Brady Gilbride back there, and again he was hit before the ball arrived and no call. Wow. It's going to bring up a 4th and 9. And now going in punt formation for Wickliffe is Logan Ruskin. And going back deep is number 1, Jaden Basinger and Starr. Twice now tonight, pass interference that should have been called. That would have given Wickliffe a first down. High snap as high end over end kick comes, and it's going to fair catch by Starr, and with 1:40 to go, the Hurricanes are going to be set up in Wickliffe territory at the Wickliffe 48-yard line. They've got 1 timeout. We're tied up at 16. So up until about the middle of the 3rd quarter, the Devils had basically the momentum and control, and Brooklyn started after the Wickliffe touchdown deep in their own territory and methodically went down the field, scored the touchdown, and then they were able to equalize it on the following possession. So 1st and 10, we'll see what happens here as Basinger he's still in that shotgun. They've got 3 on the left side. Looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to take off and run. He's got a lot of room to run. He's inside the 35. He's going to get met and brought down. He's got a first down at about the 32. Not much off the clock.
down by number 9, E.J. Mester.
As Mester brought him down, and he had a lot of room to run there, and they are in business. Clock now running, 1:20 to go. There's a bit of a giddy up in the step of the Hurricanes. This time they flood the right side of the field. Alone in the backfield is Basinger. They're going to see if he can win the game for him. He's rolling to his right, rolling. He jumped through, fires, and incomplete. Good pressure there brought on by Mester for Wickliffe, as well as Noah Dome. So it's going to be, with 1:03 to go here in regulation, it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball sitting at the Wickliffe 33-yard line. Based on their 2 touchdowns, they did not try a point after, so I doubt that they would try to get into field goal range. This time they've got 3 wide to the right side, 1 in the slot on the left. Basinger looking to throw. He's rolling. He fires. He completes to Davis, number 4, breaks a tackle. He's got a first down. He's got a 1st and goal. Wickliffe had him at about the 15. Could not wrap him up, where Oscar Davis was run out of bounds, and the Hurricanes have got it going at 53 seconds to go. They've got it 1st and goal at the Wickliffe 8-yard line. Poor tackling there by Wickliffe has put them in this precarious situation. As once again, Basinger is alone in the backfield. They've got basically everybody on the wide side, which is the left side. Basinger is going to keep it himself. He's running up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Brooklyn. So Jaden Basinger takes it up the middle, and this will be the first lead of the night for Brooklyn. And with 50 seconds to go, this puts the Hurricanes in a good place. As once again the Hurricanes will set up for the 2-point conversion. He's got O'Marion Smith in the backfield with him. He's looking to throw. He's got time. He sets. He's rolling to his left. He sets. He fires. He throws. Incomplete. Ball was caught, but out of the end zone. So the point after is no good. So with 50 seconds to go in this one, folks, it's Brooklyn 22, Wickliffe 16. So a very strong second half for the Hurricanes, as they were able to overcome a 9-0 lead that Wickliffe held at the half, and have pretty much dominated the second half of play here tonight. So the Devils sending back Nunzio Zivnaska, Mester, and Gargiulo. And the Devils will have to really pull something off here if they intend to pull this one off. Starr will be teeing it up at their 40-yard line. Zivnaska is the deepest for Wickliffe back at his own 15. I'm going to guess we'll get more like a squib kick here tonight at this point. Yep, little squib's going to come down, get picked up by Gargiulo, 25, cross the 30, cross the 35. He's going to get brought down at about the 39-yard line. So 45 seconds, and we'll have to see what Wickliffe is able to try to dial up here. With Devils have 2 timeouts and 45 seconds. And actually the ball's now marked out at the 40-yard line. So they've got to make 60 yards in 45 seconds to tie and then hopefully take the lead with a point after. Devils break the huddle. Gargiulo and basically they're bringing the house. As Mester's looking to throw, he sets, he fires, he's looking long, and it's going to be picked off. And O'Marion Smith is going to be returning it. He's going to get run out of bounds at the Wickliffe 4-yard line. So with 29 seconds to go, that's probably going to wrap it up there for Brooklyn as Mester looked long and a little bit too much air under that one. O'Marion Smith picked it off and returned, almost took it to the house. So it's going to be 1st and goal. My guess is with 29 seconds to go, we'll see if they just kneel down in the victory formation as the Hurricanes will move to 3 wins and 2 losses, and the Blue Devils will fall to 1 win and 4 losses. And it does appear that they're going to line up in the victory formation where Basinger will take the snap and then take the knee, which he does. And looks like Wickliffe's going to allow the clock to run out as the teams are heading to the sidelines. So congratulations to the Brooklyn Hurricanes, who I believe this may be the first time that they're defeating the Wickliffe Blue Devils. As the final score tonight will be the Brooklyn Hurricanes 22 and the Wickliffe Blue Devils 16. So the story of the game was basically the second half, where Brooklyn was able to come out, take control, move up and down the field, passing and running, and on account of that, they put 3 scores on the board and were able to defeat the Blue Devils by a score of 22-16. I want to thank you once again for joining us here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. We'll be back in 3 weeks when the Devils will be here at home. And next week they'll be on the road. Next 2 weeks they'll be on the road. They'll be at Lutheran West next Friday in 2 weeks. From tonight they'll be in Manaway to face Crestwood. I want to thank Danny Rowan for helping out running camera. Anthony Throckmorton for controlling the scoreboard. It's always a pleasure to bring to you the activities of the Wickliffe Blue Devils. Much improved performances compared to the last couple of weeks. A winnable ball game for sure. Hopefully you build on this one and see what happens next week. So it's homecoming. Want to thank you once again for joining us on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. And your final score once again from Wickliffe Memorial Field, the Hurricanes of Brooklyn High School 22 and the Wickliffe Blue Devils 16. Have a great night, everybody.